Hey guys, it's Arvind and today we're going over variables. We will be not use Eclipse for this unit as it's very conceptual and simple. Variables let us store information through numbers, words, or true or false expressions. A variable can be thought of as a box that stores information inside. In Java, variables are composed of three things: a name, a type, and a value. Let's go over naming values. Giving your variables meaningful names throughout your code is very important. Proper variables allow others to be easily read and understand your code. A good way to name your variables is to give them as descriptive of a name as possible without making it too long. The main variable convention is that variable names must start with a lowercase letter and every word after the first will start with the uppercase letter. This is called camel case. An example of camel case would be like this. The variable name would be, this is the name. The first word, the T, is not capitalized. The second, third, and fourth, the first letters in all of them are capitalized, which makes it a camel case example. The main variables in this unit is primitive types and one non-primitive types. Let's go over numeric primitive types first. In Java, we declare an integer using int before the variable name. It looks like this. Int x equals 10. Doubles are integers but can have decimals and be much larger than integers. In Java, we declare a double using double before the name. And doubles would look something like double var equals 10.99. Let's go over the char type now. Characters represent a single character or letter. In Java, we declare a character using char before the letter variable name. We also use single quotes to identify a character. For example, it would be like char letter equal A, which is in single quotes and semicolon after. Boolean type. Booleans are variables that hold a true or false value. In Java, we declare a boolean using boolean before the variable name. Here are a couple of examples. Boolean yes equals true, boolean no equals false. String type. Strings are variables that hold text. Strings are not a primitive type, so you must declare them using string with a capital S. Unlike characters, we need to use double quotes while assigning strings. Here are a couple of examples. String fish name equals dog, semicolon. Now, let's go over integer operations. Integer operations are ways we can change integer values using math operations. Arithmetic expressions include expressions of type int and double. The arithmetic operators consist of plus, minus, multiply, divide, and modulus. The first four are simple operations, but modulus, which can be shortened to mod, is a little bit different. Modulus takes the remainder of a division. For example, 5 mod 3 is 2 and 6 mod 3 is 0. Division of integers will result in them being rounded down to the nearest whole number. If you want to divide with decimals, you have to use doubles or cast them. We'll talk about casting later in this lesson. An attempt to divide an integer by 0 will result in an arithmetic exception error to occur. The assignment operator, the equal sign, allows a program to initialize or change the value stored in the variable. The value of the expression is on the right is stored on the variable on the left. This is not an equal sign and more of a get symbol where the left-hand side gets the value of the right side. And there are also compound operators in which two operators, usually including the assignment operator. So here's the list of the compound operators. Plus equals, minus equals, multiply equals, divide equals, mod equals. All of these compound operators are used in loops to use the previous value to increment and will be discussed further when we go into our loops unit. Some other compound variables are incrementers, such as plus plus or minus minus, which add 1 and subtract 1, respectively. Let's talk about casting integers now. To change an int to a double or vice versa, you have to cast them. To cast them, you have to put them type of variable you want the value to be stored as in parentheses in front of the value of the variable during an operation. For example, int x equals 10. To cast it to a double, you do x equals double in parentheses 10 over 4. And in the end, we should get x equals 2.5 when we print it out. Casting an int to a double will also widen the range of the variable's integers and are not limited in a small range. And this is the main topics of Unit 1, and that's all there is for this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more coverage of EV classes.